As Clark Kent readies to enter the next chapter of his life, he is more unsure of himself now than ever. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into Superman issue number 1 and find out for ourselves. Alrighty then, so picking up from more or less where the Man of Steel miniseries left off, here's a link in case you missed it. Superman is searching the cosmos for his missing son and wife. Yes, again, for some reason, Superman is deciding to do all of this on his own, and oh, I don't know, go to his space cop friends and ask for an APB, or oh, I don't know, go to his psychic or magic friends and ask them to use their powers to help. Look, Brian Michael Bendis, I can understand you didn't want to write a married Superman with a kid. I can make peace with that. But don't also make half-hearted attempts at throwing me a bone, because I'm going to see right through it. Also, I disagree with your writing of John once again. You see, in a flashback, Superboy essentially tells his dad that he's having Dash from the Incredibles problems, that, you know, he's too amazing, but he has to keep toning himself down, and he doesn't like human school. Despite the fact that if you had read Super Sons, you would know John absolutely loved school and was super beloved there himself. But hey, you know what? That's none of my business. From there, we transition on over to what Superman's going to do now that he's lost the Fortress of Solitude. He needs a new base of operations to keep all of his Kryptonian artifacts and anything else he might come across. The Flash says Superman should stay out of New York because real estate prices are out of control there. I see what you did there, Bendis. Most of Marvel's stories take place in New York. Instead, he opts to set up in the Bermuda Triangle by using one of the Kryptonian crystals to essentially create a new but different Fortress of Solitude. On top of all this hero work, Clark still has to keep his job at the Daily Planet. He was going to write a story about Superman's new Fortress of Solitude, but even he thought that was a little self-indulgent. I mean, geez, right, making money and making a living off your superheroic persona? Who do you think you are, Spider-Man? Superman gets called away by Martian Manhunter, who has arrived to offer a sympathetic ear and a shoulder to cry on. No, not about losing his wife and son. The Justice League doesn't actually know about that. No, he's talking more about the loss of Kandor and the return of Rogol Zar, the alien villain who has claimed to have destroyed Krypton. John, of course, knows those feelings all too well. This is kind of a funny scene because Superman wants to talk, but he also has to keep getting called away every few seconds to fight crime. It's because of that, too, when the conversation takes a weird turn, I am led to believe that this Martian Manhunter isn't actually Martian Manhunter, just someone masquerading as him, because John, pretty much out of the blue, says, hey, you know what would help, Superman? You know what would probably help with your current situation? What if you took over the world? I'm not saying take it over all at once. You know, what if you take it over just a little bit? Imagine, you know, how much free time you would have if the world was under your control. I'm not saying you go the whole full injustice, I'm just saying maybe a little Miracle Man, just maybe do a little Miracle Man here and there. Understandably, Superman says, what the hell, John, and we're going to talk about this later. From there, though, things only get trippier as Superman is gripped by an odd feeling. A type of feeling that only ever comes over him when he's in the Phantom Zone, and that is because seemingly the whole Earth has fallen into the Phantom Zone. Of course, this is Brian Michael Bendis we're dealing with, who loves giant final page stingers, so chances are the Earth isn't actually in the Phantom Zone, but to find out more we'll have to pick up the next issue. So that was Superman number 1, everybody, and after being pretty disappointed by the finale of Man of Steel, I can say that this one didn't annoy me near as much. It's like the Band-Aid has been ripped off, the hard part is over, and now we can move forward from it, or at least, you know, try and move forward. Bendis keeps doubling back and reminding us that he put John and Lois on a space bus. Bendis certainly does seem to be building up to some sort of story where Superman can't really trust reality and what's going on around him. Could all this emotional stress be causing Superman to crack under the pressure? I guess that's a pretty interesting place to take the story if that's in fact where they're going with it. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10, a decent enough kickoff to this new story. Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I got coming out next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon link down in the description. Not only will you get exclusive access to brand new videos and podcasts before anyone else, but you'll be helping me out a great deal for as little as $1 a month. So until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I will be back again next time with more great comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye everyone.